I am Will Scott. We have some breaking news to report here on Dolphins Today. Dolphins corner Trill Williams last night in the Dolphins' first preseason game tore his ACL. This being confirmed moments ago. He is out for the 2022 season. Doug Kyed was the first to report it. Dolphins corner Trill Williams tore his ACL in last night's preseason game, per source. Unfortunate injury for a player who had impressed in training camp. Barry Jackson followed with this. Trill Williams' examination of knee did reveal a tear, per source. Unfortunate development for a rising second-year player. Dolphins looking for another corner. And this is why you subscribe, because when Dolphins breaking news goes down, we got you. We're going to get you guys a video ASAP. If you haven't already, go down and subscribe to the channel if you're all about the Fins. This is an absolutely brutal blow. Number one for the Dolphins. Number two for Trill Williams. For Trill, you feel for him. He spent last season, pretty much the entire season, on the practice squad. He was trying to make this team. He had been playing very well throughout the offseason, very well in training camp, had a great game last night until he left the game due to an injury. He was carted off the field. Aaron Wilson is reporting this because I actually forgot about this because he tore his ACL before. Dolphins corner Trill Williams tore the same ACL he'd previously torn, per league source, and is now out for the season as he'll undergo surgery and be placed on the IR. Unfortunate medical setback late in a game for a player who had gotten off to a good start in training camp. Omar Kelly said this last night. We wish Omar the best. It was his last game covering the Dolphins. My heart hurts for Trill Williams. He was making so much progress. You saw how big he played on that final preseason snap for him. He'll bounce back. Now, what is your one-word reaction to the news? Go down in the comments section and let me know. It is the pinned comment on today's video. When an ad break comes, go down, chime in. What's your one-word reaction to the news? So Trill was a UDFA last year out of Syracuse, was playing exceptionally well in training camp, spent most of last season on the practice squad. Injured during a tackle for a 5-yard loss with 1:52 left in the game. It set up a 3rd and 11. It was a huge tackle, one of the bigger defensive plays by the Dolphins made in that game last night. He was all over the field, especially in the second half. He was injured on that tackle that set up 3rd and 11. He was carted off the field. Again, it was very, very late in the football game. 1:52 left in the game. Now, taking a look at this corner depth chart, you're going to have some guys vying for roster spots that are now going to have a better chance to make this team, including Tino Ellis, who also got hurt last night. We're still waiting for an update on him. And Kader Kohou. You also have a couple other guys vying for spots. So it's going to be interesting to see how this depth chart kind of plays out now after the Trill news. But Trill was on the roster bubble. So was some other guys. And I think because of this injury, this likely ensures Noah Igbenogany a spot on this team. Igbo had been playing very bad in training camp, did not look good in the joint practices, did not look good against the Buccaneers last night. In my opinion, was in danger of maybe missing out on a roster spot. Now, the dead cap hit probably would have given him a spot on this team anyway. You would have lost $4.55 million in terms of dead cap had you released Noah Igbenogany. But because of this Trill injury, and Trill had been playing much better than Igbo in camp, much better than Igbo last night, this likely ensures Noah Igbenogany a spot on this football team. He's now a lock to make this football team because of this news. Speaking of locks, if you feel like you have a lock in terms of betting, you can make it at BetUS, chatsports.com/bet. Use promo code Dolphins125 for a 125% deposit bonus. You can bet on Tua to win the MVP. You can bet on the Dolphins to win the AFC East as well. Tua plus 5,000 to win the MVP. Dolphins plus 450 to win the AFC East. Again, a 125% deposit bonus. That means if you put $100 in, you'll get $125 additional money to bet with in terms of bet on BetUS. So chatsports.com/bet, promo code Dolphins125. So Barry Jackson is reporting that the Dolphins are now in the market for a corner. Here are some notable names that are still available. Now, a lot of these guys, especially, Xavier Rhoades, Kevin King, they are starting level corners. Trill Williams was on the roster bubble, so maybe they'll bring in a guy like Corn Elder or Robert Alford instead. Or Richard Sherman still out there. That'd be interesting, but think it's more likely that the Dolphins sign a smaller name than some of these bigger names that are still available in free agency. Now, name a free agent corner that you want to sign. Again, the Dolphins probably going to bring in a corner after the Trill Williams injury. So stay tuned here on Dolphins Today. Any signing that the Dolphins make, we will keep you posted. So be sure to turn on your notifications so you don't miss anything. I think the Dolphins' best option might be in-house, and I feel like that option might be undrafted free agent Kader Kohou. Very high on this guy. Talked about him as one of my 5 UDFAs that can make the team. That video that we posted a couple months back on Dolphins Today. Very impressive career at Texas A&M Commerce. Was one of the best defenders in Division II. Went overlooked throughout the draft process because he wasn't even an FCS player. He was a Division II player. Commerce is making the move up to FCS this year. But throughout his career there, they were a Division II school. He was inactive last night against the Bucs. Not sure why. If I know, I'll report that. But we do not know why he did not play last night. I was excited to see him on the field, but he's looked very good throughout training camp, looked great at rookie minicamp, looked great at OTAs. I feel like he might be the best option to replace Trill Williams. Now, do you want Kader Kohou to make the team? Type Y for yes or type N for no down in the comments section. Go down, chime in. Do you want Kader Kohou to make this football team? Hopefully, everything's okay with him. He did not play last night. There's no injury that we know of. Anything we hear, we'll certainly report it here on Dolphins Today. Barry Jackson said this. So Keon Crossan and Noah Igbenogany would be 4th and 5th corners at this moment when Byron Jones is healthy eventually. And that's something else to keep in mind. We do not know when Byron Jones is going to be back. He had surgery a couple months back, was placed on the PUP list prior to training camp, so we do not know when Jones is going to come back. But he says that's fluid. Barry Jackson saying that. Unfortunately, we won't see Trill Williams this season. Again, Williams has torn the ACL in his left knee. He tore it very late in the football game last night. And I feel like there's a lot of people that are going to say, well, he shouldn't have been in the game that late. If he's a starter, then no. I mean, yeah, he's one of the better backups. I was a little bit surprised that he was in the game that late, but I'm not going to rip Mike McDaniel for that because Trill was playing well. He wanted to get reps. And Trill wanted to be in the game. Here is the current DB depth chart again. So you're going to look at this, and you're going to see Trill Williams miss the entire 2022 season. We will keep you posted on if they bring in his replacement. Again, Barry Jackson's reporting that the Dolphins are in the market for a corner. Thanks for watching this edition of Dolphins Today. Appreciate you all watching. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We got an overreaction video from last night's game dropping here in the next 24 hours.